Hello, everyone. I'm sorry, I was having technical difficulties there for a moment. But hello, happy thinkers. Welcome to my channel. My name is Melissa, and I'm the creator of Think Me First. If you could stop for one moment and just give me a thumbs up if you like this material, then hit the subscription bar and hit the notification bell as well, and you'll be notified every time we post a video, which is usually on Wednesdays. And it's about this time of day, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I will notify you of those because we are shooting Wednesday Thought Forum, or WTF. So you can also find me on the web. I do have a blog. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Pinterest. And then I am happy to say that I just opened a new shop called Rock Your Vibe Apparel. And it's high vibration apparel with great, wonderful messages to make you feel good about yourself. So if you could check that out, let me know how you think. I'm going to post all of those links below. So feel free after the video to just drop in there and peruse around. But let's get started with today's video. We are shooting number 55 of the WTFs. And today we're going to be talking about 5 toxic beliefs that we all have that you really need to get rid of. And then next week, we're going to progress off of that on how to attract some different things to promote happiness for you. Okay. So today, again, 5 toxic beliefs that you really, really need to get rid of in order to progress in life. So, the world is filled with a lot of negative energy right now. Some people consider themselves having bad luck all the time, or just are in bad circumstances all the time and everything. So there's a reason for that. And it's because you tend to attract that kind of stuff by, your mindset, or maybe the people you hang with. There's just many different reasons for that. So we're going to go over 5 of those today. But again, it has to do with your beliefs, your negative mindsets. A lot of it's created by conditioning, growing up as kids, just things that we see or watch. Repeated habits, and then a lot of these things are conscious, and then some of them are subconscious. Okay, so let's start with number 1, and number 1 is going to be blaming others. And a lot of us do this from time to time. A lot of people do it more often than others. When we make mistakes, we just blame others because it's easier sometimes, or we don't want to face the truth, or that we've failed. We'd never like to feel as people that we have failed, right? But there are many people that will blame anything and everything on anyone, whether it's their fault or not, and they know it. Do people do us wrong? Yes, I've gotten screwed many a times. Okay. So it's all about how you deal with it, though. There's a difference between a successful and happy mindset versus an unhappy or unsuccessful life. Okay. The biggest difference is those that are successful and have the happy mindset learn to let things go, and then they move on. I have a whole article on this. You can find on my blog at thinkmefirst.com. And then just type in the subject line, grudges or let it go, and you'll get to that. Same thing here with the video. I think I have a video on grudges. Yes. So check that out. So anyways, many people will focus on the negative. And then you have others, and I fit into this category. I used to think negatively, but now I just kind of focus on my own path. So when something unfortunate happens, I just focus on myself. I don't worry about the situation itself or other people. So I've learned to do that, and it really, really helps out my life anyways. Because in life, we're not always going to like our boss, or we're not always going to like our coach, or, someone who's heading up an organization we're participating in. Sometimes we're going to be upset with our partners or friends or family, right? Or a certain circumstance. So the key thing is to not let it bring you down. Don't let it break down your positive energy. And that's kind of what I've learned to do in my current work. It's not always a positive situation, but I don't let it bother me either. So I've learned, that I'm the one who makes the results of my life. I'm the one who's in control of that. No one else. No one controls that. It's just me. So if someone, screws me over, well, so be it. I'm the one who chooses how I want to react to that. And, I really don't hold on to it very long. If I make a mistake, I just own up to it, move on, and you'll be surprised how much less stress you have when you just, you're human. You're going to make mistakes. Just take responsibility for it, and move on. It happens. Just learn from it. You can't always be in life thinking I'm going to get out of this situation, because it's never going to happen if you're always blaming others. All right. You need to take responsibility for your errors, pony up, move on. All right. The only way to really win in this life is to, focus all your energy on yourself and just doing better. So number 2, a toxic belief that a lot of us have are that successful people are greedy or selfish, don't share. Are there some of these? Yes, there are. But we're just talking about normal, everyday, rich people, not those extreme people that probably have more money than half of the world, those. So that's what we're kind of talking about here, because we can learn something from some of these people who are really well off. I first want to start off by kind of defining success, and this was a quote that I want to share with you, and this is the way we're going to kind of define success, because I like it. So success is simply when you achieve the quality of life you want to live. Okay. And it's, usually consists of happiness. It doesn't always consist of money. A lot of people are successful and don't have a lot of money. It doesn't always necessarily mean that they are materialistic things. Okay. I do have an article on this too. It's on my blog. It's not on our channel. But if you just go to thinkmefirst.com and type in success, there's an article on that, and it does talk about that, and not everything is monetary. And a lot of people think that, that way. But so you don't have to have a lot of money to be successful. Okay. So just keep that in mind, because basically you define your own success. And that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be money. Most of the time, though, I can tell you that wealth and success does come with the reflection of value that you actually create for others. So people are successful and have money. It's usually because they're creating value for others, good or bad. They're creating value for others, and that's why they are successful monetarily. Think about it. Your customers and your fans, if they don't like you, they're not going to support you. So then you're not going to be rich. So you have to add value to their lives. This is what I'm kind of doing. I'm not making money doing this, but my dream job is to just quit my job and do what I'm doing now. I love helping others. Given a lot of the comments I have, I think I'm providing value. Actually, I know I am providing value to a lot of you. So, and that's my goal, and that's what I'm really happy about. Okay. So, just something to think about. So just think the next time, though, that you go and you judge a rich person or something, in almost all cases, these people are actually providing value to others. Those who refuse to work on themselves, they're not going to be successful to themselves or even productive for, the world. So you can only be successful by the quality that you plan out, or you again determine your own success. So if that means earning great income, then most likely you're providing value to other people's lives. All right, plain and simple. Number 3 is a big one, and we all do it. And I try not to get caught up in it. And every time I try not to get caught up in it, I do it anyways. We all do it to a certain extent. So number 3 is just going to be the toxic habit of gossiping or believing everything you hear or read. Not using your own mind to make conclusions. Now, do I do a lot of gossiping? No. But do I believe a lot of things without researching? No, I don't, because I research a lot of things, but there are a few things, people that I think very highly of that may tell me something that's probably not true, but I run with it anyways. So stuff like that. But, have you ever noticed people who gossip? They're probably not the happiest of people. Have you ever noticed that? Excuse me. And think about it. Someone who's more focused on like gossiping or talking about other people, or sharing rumors or talking negatively, they usually don't have a great quality of life going on for them. Whether and most likely it's probably that particular time. I don't want to say it's totally all the time, but usually when people are talking about others, it's because they don't want to face their own failures or to work on themselves is a lot of it. There is also a lot of sense of jealousy maybe. But I mean, just notice how successful, if you've been around successful people, how happy they are. Do I feel successful? First of all, I'm going to say, yeah, I do. Is it monetary? No, it's not. But I feel successful. And so when you are around successful people, kind of take notice. Do they, are they usually talking about people? Usually not. Are they speaking negatively about things? Usually not. I think a lot of times successful people don't believe everything they hear or read, and they do a lot of research and look at things themselves, and they make up their own conclusions or own opinions. And I think that's where a lot of success comes from. For me, it helps me a lot. I don't believe everything. And if I hear something, a lot of times I'll go home and I'll research it. Different things. So, just form your own opinion is what I'm trying to say. Don't rely on others, whether it's social media, TV media, radio, friends. You need to research things yourself, and you need to develop your own conclusions based on your own feelings, your own intuition, your circumstances. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Number 4 is the toxic belief that you need someone to complete you. Not true. Not true at all. Just telling you. I think this is one of the biggest problems in humanity. And it's sad because I used to be one of those people. I felt like for happiness, I needed to be with someone. Not always be with someone because I could be by myself. But, people just want to be loved or liked. Okay. And others go a step further and attach themselves to people. And that's how they feel happy. And that's kind of a bad situation to attach yourself to people. Now, I'm not saying you can't be attached to your husband or significant other or spouse or, anyone, boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm not saying you can't do that. What I'm saying is you don't need to be dependent upon them. And can you depend on them? Yes, but don't be dependent upon them. And that's what I'm talking about. Some people just can't function in a relationship without another person. So then they just settle for whoever comes along. And, life's in immediate emergency mode when, something happens and that relationship is terminated. So that's kind of what I'm talking about, just to not be dependent on other people. You need to be independent for yourself. When you're in a relationship, you need to allow that person to be free and be who they are as well. Because I'm going to tell you now, no one person can complete you. No one person. Now, when I say this, there's only one person that can complete you, and that is yourself. You need to believe in yourself, be happy with yourself, You're with yourself 24/7, no other person 24/7. So you need to be happy with yourself. And when you learn that, then when you move on, you're going to be happy with others or other things or other circumstances because you're happy with yourself. Okay. And then I know I've said this before time and time again. Only you are the one who can control that. Okay. So let's move on to number 5. The last toxic belief that we have is everything is all about money. Okay, so I'm saying this generally speaking about your life. I know when it comes to greed and all kinds of things, yeah, it all comes down to money. A lot of things on how life works comes to money. But this toxic belief about it's all about money, I want you to get rid of it because it's not. And I'm going to simplify it here. So first of all, there's nothing wrong with making money. I'm not saying that at all. And a lot of people will put that as, their end goal for being successful. But if you're making money, again, you're adding value to someone and to other people. And that's great. That's what you want to do. So that's not what we're talking about. But I wanted to ask you this question. Think about, why do we want money? Right? So we usually want money because it makes a better life for us and our family, right? So next question is then, so you want to make a better life for your family. And then you're like, well, why do you want to make a better life for your family? Well, again, it's so they don't struggle, right? So that's why we want to make money. We don't want our family to struggle. We don't want to struggle. We just want to be comfortable and happy. But think about it, answering the questions that way, it basically comes down to one thing. It's what you really want to be is happy and, have more love. So that's what it comes down to. So it's not really about money, but it is about money. Okay. Some people think when they have all this money, then they're going to get more respect. They're going to get more love. They're going to get more attention. And that's not necessarily true. And here's why I say this. If you ask any rich person, about it's all about money, they're going to probably tell you something along these lines that, they are not successful because of money. Basically, they are successful because of the journey that they had to go through to get the money. All right. That's who made them. It's not the money per se. And I say this because there's a lot of parents, or even couples, young couples, before they want to have families or whatever, that spend all of their time making money. They want to make money, make money, make money. And that's fine to provide for their family. But when you're so obsessed with making money and you have children or family members or friends, that you're constantly traveling and you can't see people, you miss out on the kids growing up. Okay. Or you miss out with hanging out with your friends or family members. Children and family members and friends, all they want is your attention and your love. They don't want your money. They don't want your material things. They just want to be loved or felt loved and wanted. They want you to hear their situations when they need advice and things. Money's not going to do that. And if you're not there to provide that for them, it doesn't matter. So that's what I'm really talking about when I want you to get rid of this toxic belief about it's all about money. Okay. So, maybe you should throw away those plans of wanting to make $1 million by X amount of time. And maybe do something that you love instead. And you may only make $100,000 a year versus, $200,000, $300,000 a year because you travel less or something, or you're doing something new like, but you're there for your loved ones. And that's what it's about, is your time that you're giving them. Again, value to others, right? So, basically that's all I'm wanting to say. You have these toxic beliefs and habits within you. We all do. It happens. But the biggest thing is just to be able to acknowledge them, and then, you know, have the mindset to fix them. Because I mean, really, what we all want for each other, I know what I want you guys to be or feel or believe is that you're all important and you all deserve it. So, but these are just 5 toxic beliefs that I think many of us have that we should probably try and get rid of. And then next week, again, we'll go ahead and talk about some ways to attract more of these things to be successful in life or be happier in life. Anyways, I have wasted about 20 minutes, maybe, or so of your time. So, or I'm not wasted because I'm value, right? But anyways, I thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you again for your support. Drop in the comments below what resonated most with you in regards to this video. I'm curious to hear. But anyways, I wish you all the best. Love you guys. And remember, think me first. It's not selfish, but it is necessary. Everyone have a good evening. Thank you.